Thank you, Rainessa, and welcome back to the PAX Arena here at PAX East. I'm Lyric, joined by a hometown native here, Winters, here on the desk. Winters, I mean, this is your hometown region. We're seeing a lot of great New England players coming out to play at this point. How are you feeling knowing that those are your friends up there?
It's so cool. You know, every Thursday night, we see Nuggets and Unleashed play 15 games at our local tournament. This happens so much. I'm often commentating it till after midnight. It's so cool to see them up on the big stage here, and also to see them play this incredibly talented field from other regions as well. We have a lot of players from the tri-state area up here, a couple of whom we're about to see as well. And it's really cool to see these regions kind of mix like this at this kind of event.
Absolutely. Once again, we are here almost at the end already of the Almost Pro 10K Open. Honestly, time has flown by while we're having so much fun. Crowd, how we doing? Are you guys having fun too? Let's see it. There we go. Love to see it, of course. And thank you guys so much for hanging out with us as well. We are about to head into winners semis of the bracket as well. Honestly, Winters, with all four players that we're about to see up here, it's so hard to tell who's going to be even in winners finals here. I mean, we have some very good household names, not only just from Tri-State, like we said, but also a representative from New England.
Yeah, so Sharp, one of our best players in this region. Sharp going to be taking on Dabuz, of course, who's definitely the top seed overall in this tournament. But those two should have a really interesting set. Dabuz has definitely had the edge when they've played before, but it's always been very tight.
Yeah.
So definitely could be an interesting set there, and also Cosmos and JAKAL, another great set between two very evenly matched top-level players.
Absolutely. I think a lot of the times when we look at history when it comes to these matches, it's kind of very interesting to see when the last time both of these players have played on both sides. We'll jump into a little bit more of the logistics when we see it. I believe we're going to be starting with Cosmos JAKAL. A lot of these players, when you expect them to be like these professional Smash players, you expect them to play a lot. Both of these players offline have only played just a couple of times, but the thing is, the Smash community is so large. There's tons of players going on from everywhere. I believe we are going to be seeing that is going to be Cosmos going up against JAKAL first. Now, we were talking about this backstage, but to let our audience know, it's kind of crazy when you think about how active both of these players have been across their entire Smash career, that in Ultimate, they've only ever played twice. The game has been out for 5 years. The last time they actually played was Let's Make Moves in Miami, and it was a Game 5 set. And honestly, if that goes to show how close our Game 5 sets have been all day today, this one is going to be better.
Yeah, this one's going to be super exciting. We expect to see this be Wolf against Aegis. Definitely some pocket characters you could potentially see from Cosmos, but almost certainly going to be Wolf against Aegis throughout here. Cosmos has been rocking that Pyramithra ever since those characters came out. And of course, JAKAL's been a Wolf player throughout the entirety of this game.
Absolutely. I don't think I've really ever seen JAKAL even mess around with other characters too.
Nope.
I think when you think of blueprints of characters, you are going to be thinking JAKAL for Wolf every single time. I mean, dare I say, I've casted a lot of JAKAL in my day. Shout outs to the crowd too, always getting a little bit hype as we're going out for some giveaways. We were talking about those hats. I got one too, I was wearing it yesterday. JAKAL though, once again, the blueprint for Wolf, always catching on to your habits right when you need him to alleviate the pressure. Wolf, I believe, Winters, is one of those day one characters of Ultimate that have always just been super solid.
Yeah, and I think it's really interesting when you see somebody like JAKAL, because Wolf is that kind of character that's sort of the default pick for a lot of people. Wolf are very common secondary. A lot of people like to have a Wolf as an extra character they can play, you know, in a bad matchup, because Wolf is very stable. He's very consistent. But when you do have someone like JAKAL who really specializes in this character, it's really impressive how much this character actually can do. Far more than just the basic game plan that we see from some people.
I love the way that we're probably going to be seeing both players really run at each other. There's 89 characters in the game total. There's a ton of different play styles, but I have to admit, when I see just players running at each other and duking it out, that's the best type. Once again, you were right, Winters. We are going to be seeing Cosmos on the Aegis here, as JAKAL going to be on Wolf. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if we do see a Corrin if things get tough. But once again, Aegis is regarded as one of the best characters in the game for a reason.
Absolutely, and we're going to start off here in Winners Semifinals. Pokemon Stadium 2, the most common starter stage in this game. And yeah, so both these two also coming off some interesting matchups in the previous round, both winning 3-1. Cosmos over Archangel the Pichu, and JAKAL over Blitz Luigi the Mega Man. So for both of them, definitely a big shift here. Playing a very different matchup, with both of them playing some very awkward characters before and now playing much more conventional style in Wolf against Aegis.
I'm loving the way that they're both spacing around each other right now. Honestly, we're seeing a couple of mistechs from JAKAL already, but it's not going to be too detrimental early in the game here. Cosmos, though, 70% already, still going to stick it on Mythra here. We really only want to switch to Pyra for these KOs, but Mythra does such a good job because she's so nimble and quick. She's able to stack on a ton of damage very quickly. JAKAL, though, the savant of Wolf Flash, I've seen JAKAL hit everybody with that.
Absolutely. I have a friend who describes Wolf Flash as ranged chic up smash. And JAKAL definitely uses it in that way sometimes. We see a great edge guard with the neutral air. Can he get one more? That might do it, and that will be the first stop. So Aegis as a character, both Mythra and Pyra, very, very strong on stage. Mythra even more so with the speed, but Pyra with those big hitboxes also a force to contend with on stage. Both of them can really struggle, though, when they get put off stage far away. The recoveries don't go very far. They don't have too many mix-ups either. And it'll be important if JAKAL can keep those edge guards going.
I love the apparent footstool coming out from JAKAL as well. Just shows the confidence going into this set, too. One of the things you highlighted, Winters, was just the ability for the Aegis to be off stage. Unfortunately, though, JAKAL reeling back in the chair. That's what we'd like to call in the community getting pineappled just a little bit.
Yep, gets caught on the bottom of the stage there. Unfortunate situation. Does still have a slight percent lead, but with the combo game of these two characters, the small percent leads don't really mean a whole lot in this game.
Yeah, still, once again, we're seeing neutral from both characters, both players here. Loving the way that Cosmos is always freestyling a lot of these Aegis aerials. Back air and down air in particular are two very interesting moves. We're going to switch to Pyra to try and get the air dodge in read, but unfortunately it's not going to lead into anything. JAKAL just what I like to call boarding the platform, so just taking a nice little route around.
And I like seeing that from Cosmos, though, being willing to switch for that one big read, and it's pretty risk-free, honestly. Like, he just switched right back after. There was no real risk taken. There was no way JAKAL could get over and punish him for that. And then he switched right back to Mythra to keep playing neutral. And now he's got this huge percent lead. He's got the Pyra out here to try to get the stock off.
Yeah, still, once again, I think Cosmos is playing so masterfully. JAKAL, though, going to be able to find two forward airs. It's not going to be enough for a KO, but we'll be able to find Cosmos off stage here. Both of them, though, they know each other's characters so well. The falling up air is going to be able to beat out the forward smash here. As now JAKAL kind of stuck in the corner here, going to be able to roll in. I mean, Cosmos not committing to anything crazy, but the up tilt and the up smash just clanking there. And still, this second stock is not coming off too easy, Winters.
And I really like the way JAKAL is using lasers, especially as we've gotten to higher percents. He knows that he needs every bit of percent he can to make sure an up smash or something will kill. And while JAKAL does eventually lose that second stock first, he does have a significant amount of damage, in large part due to those lasers, and now should be able to get the stock off with one more big hit.
I don't know, though. I mean, Cosmos playing a little bit more defensive than we're used to. The Wolf dash attack will send Cosmos off, switching back and forth. Good tech by Cosmos, but it's not going to be enough. That is going to be Cosmos losing their second stock here. And once again, we're going kind of toe for stocks here, but Mythra always going to be able to stack up damage very, very quickly.
Absolutely. All of her aerials basically combo into all of the other aerials at low percent. So
very true.
Can very much freestyle go. And one thing Cosmos likes to do, especially even more than other Mythras, is end the combos with up B, which doesn't leave you in as good of an advantage position all the time, but it does get you a lot of extra damage at the end of your combo. And we're seeing now that this game pretty much even. These two have been so back and forth. Lots of small combos. Mythra's hard to combo because of foresight. And of course, Wolf, relatively easy to combo, but Mythra's attacks don't do that much damage, so the damage is staying pretty even throughout here.
Okay, JAKAL going to go for the back throw here, just trying to get a read on Cosmos' movement here. Cosmos has to stay in shield, eating a back air to the face, maybe closer to the ledge would be it for game one here. Cosmos going to use the prominence revolt, but instead the side special going to allow for safety back onto the stage. Wolf neutral aerial, though, going to send Cosmos off again. My goodness, I mean, JAKAL's playing with fire, quite literally.
Yeah, JAKAL has absolutely no fear, staring Pyra right in the face, knowing that almost any Pyra move can lead to a kill at this percent with this much rage. But JAKAL is just not afraid of him. Still going in, still trying to find that one big hit. An up smash will kill at this point, a back air will kill. And a neutral air off the ledge might kill as well. There it is, and that will do it for game 1.
That's actually one of the first times that I've really seen JAKAL apparently just wait and then go down there. A lot of the times you're expecting a Wolf player to really just kind of wait for you to jump off the ledge with that back air. Wolf's back air just one of the tried and true like checkmates for you. But honestly, Wolf neutral air also one of the best tools in Wolf's arsenal to use. Honestly, I don't even think Wolf has a bad aerial when you really think about it. Down air can also combo at times on stage.
I don't think Wolf has a bad move.
That's very true.
And we see right there that neutral air. That neutral air is such a strong edge guarding tool. You know, the back air is the flashier one. You get the high recoveries. You get the early kills around 60%. But realistically, in a lot of matchups with characters that don't have as strong recoveries, that neutral air is the checkmate situation. A lot of short-range tether recoveries, a lot of short-range sword recoveries. Even if you can trade with them, as long as you don't die to their up B, Wolf is the one winning that situation.
Sticking it out on the Aegis. Once again, everybody, we are in best of 5 territory, so it only just makes sense. I always like to say, if you're going to try a secondary, try it game 2. You never know. But once again, this is one of the best characters in the game. Cosmos, though, going to come out of the gate swinging so far with these light aerials here, sending JAKAL off stage already here. But once again, Mithra Nair as well is also really good. It actually kind of makes a big circle around here, but Pyra is out right now, has to fight her way out of the corner, but still, Winters, it's getting a little bit rough here for JAKAL as he's unable to get some damage on the board.
Yeah, this has been a really strong start from Cosmos. His movement really good this game. JAKAL finally getting one good hit in, getting quite a bit of damage off it. And this is what JAKAL is so good at. His combo game, Wolf's combo game as far as guaranteed combos is good, but nothing that special. However, Wolf's follow-up game, his tech chasing, his ability to just cover multiple options and tack on extra damage, that's where Wolf really shines. That's what JAKAL's so good at. And after that really rough start, we're dead even.
I think Cosmos is doing a really good job of, once they're getting hit, just trying to maneuver around here. Cosmos, though, on the Pyro, looking to get this first stock off about a minute in, but instead JAKAL will get the down throw, shooting out the laser, recognizing that the Flame Noma coming back on stage, really hard to beat. Falling up air once will send him up, and then up air twice will get that first stock for Cosmos.
And that Pyro up air is so hard to avoid. Even if you manage to go through it, the neutral air will also kill you at that range, so really not a good option there. JAKAL just having to hope he can drift around it and no chance to get down there. Cosmos takes the stock lead here in game 2.
Yeah, things are looking really good for Cosmos right now, but once again, like we've been seeing this entire time, Winters, it's back-to-back stock to stock, and just sending off the neutral air to make sure there's a cherry on top of that stock.
That neutral air just so potent in this matchup. Both of these characters struggle with the exact same kind of situations off stage. Mithra does have that option of the side B to get back to ledge high, but that is also super easy to hit from above with something like a Wolf downer. And the low recovery for both of them loses to the neutral air in the same spot. So while you can switch between the two characters to mix up some other characters, some other opponents, doesn't really make a difference against Wolf, and JAKAL's exploiting that expertly so far. And now taking a big lead on this next stock as well, but always hard to keep leads in this game.
Absolutely. I love the way that JAKAL's going left and right on the stage, trying to get Cosmos to be the one who approaches first. But still, both of them just trying to find a way in. JAKAL doing a really good job shielding this time. Cosmos going to be able to find double nair. Good parry, but unfortunately chooses wrong. Now we're going to see a little bit of a scramble on the top platform. Both of them recognizing that that could go horribly wrong for either of them. So we're just going to go back to down to stage.
Yeah, absolutely could have been a stock taken by at least one player there. Wolf up smash at this percent might kill on the top platform. And you never know with Pyra at the top platform either. Even at 52%, I think Pyra has plenty of kill options, but gets caught holding in, and the Wolf forward air will actually kill off the top there. You do not see that on a regular basis.
No,
and now for the first time, we have a significant lead for one of the characters.
Nah, you cannot say that you've ever really seen that before. JAKAL, though, going to get hit by a couple of back airs here. Cosmos throwing out the F smash just a little bit early. JAKAL, if he's able to stabilize, he can use this rage really well. Mithra, though, rolling behind, so now still JAKAL in advantage right now. I love how JAKAL's just short hopping in the center of the stage, saying, you know what, you come to me, I know exactly what you're planning here, but here comes Cosmos, trying to get the read on JAKAL, air dodging back down to platform, but still nothing going to be it. There's that landing nair once again. It's not going to be leading into anything else. There's the dash attack, Winters. Oh, and we'll be able to find the down air on the Photon Edge. That's JAKAL going up 2-0.
And that's exactly what I meant with the Mithra side B. It is a useful mix-up option sometimes against characters that don't have such a strong spike option, but JAKAL is so good with the Wolf, and Wolf downer is so strong. There's no way that you're going to be able to avoid that, and it's just on the execution of the other player at that point to stop you from being able to use that recovery option.
Going to Battlefield again. I like to say that players really love coming to Battlefield because it gives you that option to utilize the top platform, but I just think when you're not using the top platform as much, there are better stages to go to. Regardless, though, we will not be seeing the Corrin. We will be seeing the Aegis all the way through, which I can't say is a bad idea here. Once again, Got 2-0 on the side of JAKAL right now, looking to punch his way into winners finals to get a little bit more of that 10K prize pool, Winters.
And now we go into game 3. The Battlefield pick is interesting. I feel like this stage, compared to the other legal stages, is stronger for whoever has stage control. It's really important to not be the one stuck on platforms, not be the one stuck in the corner, because it's very hard to approach someone on this stage and get around all the platforms, get down from the platforms, etc. So whenever you win neutral, even just one time, you can take significant advantage of it. And right here we see JAKAL getting 82% off really just 2 or 3 interactions.
I have to say, I have to give Cosmos a lot of credit as well. We're focusing a lot on JAKAL's play, but Cosmos has not jumped from ledge once, recognizing that is Wolf's win condition at times. Going to Mythra, she is rather light, no tech, but unfortunately JAKAL not ready for it. Not going to be able to find the down smash there. There's the forward throw. Try and mix up the DI just a little bit, but then we're going to be able to find the dash attack to get first stock.
And that's a huge play from JAKAL. That was a rough situation to go for anything else there. You know, the back air wouldn't have come out in time. You wouldn't be able to turn around in time. But JAKAL just sees Cosmos doing the drop-down jump aerial from ledge. And Mythra's aerials are so safe if you let her land with them. JAKAL being the proactive option, going out and hitting her before she can land.
Oh my god, Wolf Laser does so much also to the mental really at times. There's the up throw by JAKAL into the forward air, as now Cosmos getting juggled around just a little bit. Going to be able to use the platforms of Battlefield to just escape here, but Cosmos needs to start turning up. Maybe the up throw into the Nair will lead into something, but I think at this point, maybe you need to start hitting harder with Pyra just a little bit. The up air with Mythra's there, but no follow-up from Pyra. JAKAL just going to take the neutral reset.
And that was so close to being a stock for Cosmos. Absolutely, a Pyra aerial, any direction of Pyra aerial might have killed all the way up there. So I like the idea to go for the big play, especially with this far down. Really has to make something happen. Almost gets spiked by the Wolf Flash. Lucky to get hit by the tower spot there. But yeah, really on Cosmos to make the big play at this point. And this is where JAKAL is so comfortable. Will get caught by that up tilt and lose the stock, but has over 100% lead just from playing so patiently and consistently once he had that lead established.
Once again, Pyra really just kind of hits like a truck firing at you with tilts and smash attacks both alike here. JAKAL trying to read where Cosmos is going to land. I have to say, I think that's the one thing that I think Cosmos has over JAKAL. He's being very elusive and evasive on where he comes back onto stage here. Cosmos, the 119, a smash attack could do it right at the ledge after JAKAL accumulating a little bit of rage as well. Could definitely send him off too, but Cosmos now has to find a way to fight back into this. There's the dash attack to send off stage, and now going a little bit high, unfortunately for JAKAL, has not been able to land any of those F-tilts so far.
And what a great recovery option for Cosmos. We talked about how we saw the side B get spiked. We've seen the low recovery get hit by the neutral air. And Cosmos doing a great job going for that in-between recovery, up being just past the ledge, avoiding Wolf F-tilt, going around the potential Wolf neutral air. And now he's keeping the stock alive, and if he can even just get some more damage, even if he does lose the stock first, he's in a much better spot after a really difficult start to this game.
Blazing End is going to connect, but it doesn't matter. Cosmos, unfortunately, missing the tech and will eat the F-tilt for it. Finally, JAKAL going to be able to find it. Now look at the advantage that JAKAL has, recognizing, you know what, I don't need to go in. And Cosmos now sticking on the Pyra needs to get a lot of this consistent damage. The forward throw is going to be the start of it. Now JAKAL stuck on the ledge. Here we go, Cosmos trying to chase around the stage, but Winters, it's looking like JAKAL's going to be able to turn this around just a little bit in neutral, only for a moment though.
And Cosmos really going for all these big plays. If he does hit even one of them, the game is dead even. But it's really a rough situation to be playing Pyra in this matchup over Mythra in neutral, because you don't have that speed. And while you do have the range, Wolf is so evasive and is so perfectly willing to camp with the laser as well as go in with these faster moves that playing Pyra in neutral is so much riskier. Yeah. And now we see Cosmos go back. He really ideally needs to win neutral with the Mythra and then maybe get an early kill with the Pyra.
Ooh, okay. Gets the launch up with the Lightning Buster as well, as now Cosmos trying to shark where JAKAL's landing to potentially get a Pyra up air. But the F-tilt is going to launch Cosmos off stage. Cosmos, one more chance here. Has to win this game to stay alive in winners. JAKAL just backing up, shooting the gun, just waiting and ready to go. The Blazing End on stage will ensure safety, but Winters probably only for a moment though. Both of them are just trying to evade each other so well. JAKAL looking for the dash attack as Cosmos just constantly going to try and reset here. Gets the forward throw though. It could go either way.
And he does have JAKAL at ledge, but he has not been able to get these ledge traps. Usually both Cosmos as a player and Aegis as a character is so strong with their opponent on the ledge. But we're just not seeing much of that. JAKAL's been so evasive, and it's incredible DI to live that as well. The survivability has been so good from both as finally Cosmos takes that stock, but JAKAL 1 or 2 hits away from taking this set.
Oh my goodness, 122 on Cosmos here on the Mithra. Things are going to get just a little bit more intense. Look at Cosmos not ready to commit to come back into the center here, as now JAKAL just so predominantly waiting for Cosmos to approach to try and get a back throw here. But still, we're seeing such a patient game between both players. Going to get the mix up on the DI here, but still, once again, no punish on the landing, on no tech here. Cosmos switching to Pyra, trying to get the durability out. There is the dash attack though, and we'll be able to find the Nair. That's going to be JAKAL 3-0ing Cosmos and going into winners finals here at Almost Pro.
And that was such a strong final play as well. We saw that dash attack come out earlier on the other side of the stage. JAKAL doing it again. It's so hard to punish Blazing End or the Rising Aerials from the ledge reactively. JAKAL being proactive, going out there, making things happen. And he used that dash attack so well the entire set, taking so many stocks with it, and also just opening up in neutral with it consistently throughout the set.
I have to say, both of these players going game 5 the last time that they played last year, and JAKAL showing such a dominance in this one match that we had here at PAX Arena here at PAX East. I mean, Cosmos played very, very well. I just feel like JAKAL really took the tempo, put it in his corner, and said, you know what? I'll wait for you to come to me.
Absolutely. We saw that last game go down under 2 minutes remaining on the clock. We saw the second game go to about, or the first game rather, go to about 2.5 minutes left. And that's not really what you'd expect. We were talking earlier on about, before this set, about how this is a matchup where you expect the characters to be interacting a bit more. But JAKAL's patience was really good there. And he wasn't just camping or just playing defensive. He was just picking his spots so well to go in at the right moment, get those big advantages, and then sit back and wait for another opportunity to come to him.
Absolutely. Really good stuff, of course. What's up, crowd? You guys like that last one? Let's hear it. Hey, there we go. Love to hear a crowd on a good, what, Saturday morning?